Good morning. Is this Violet's mother?
Yes, she's here.
May I ask who's calling? Oh, hello. I'm the new homeroom teacher for Violet's class. I'll be taking care of her class from now on since the former teacher will be going on maternity leave, starting tomorrow. Oh, hello. Yeah, I heard about this news a few days ago, but I didn't expect Susan to leave so soon. Nevertheless, welcome. I hope you'll be able to help and take care of Violet. Thank you. It's my duty. Actually, I wanted to talk to you today because I would like to invite you to a meeting with the other parents and me. This way I can better understand the children's personalities and talents in order to find the best way to teach each child. Oh, I'm more than willing to attend. You seem very enthusiastic and dedicated to your job. That's right. Becoming a teacher has been my lifelong dream. I studied and worked extremely hard to achieve this, so I'm very excited now as this is my first class as a homeroom teacher. That's wonderful to hear! Your passion and dedication would undoubtedly make a positive impact on the children's education. I'm grateful that Violet will have such an enthusiastic teacher. Thanks for your kind words. Count me in for the meeting. Just let me know the details and I'll be there to support you and learn more about how we can contribute to the children's education. Thank you for reaching out and welcome again. That's fantastic. I'll share the meeting details with you soon. I appreciate your warm welcome and enthusiasm. See you soon at the meeting. Wow, it's such a small world. I can't believe it's been 10 years since we last saw each other. You have no idea how sad I was when I heard you transferred schools. Why do you keep running away like a scared mouse, just like you did 10 years ago? What more do you want from me? I don't want to bring up the past again. I've tried to forgive you, so it's best if you don't mess with me. Forgive me? Are you kidding? I didn't do anything to you. We used to be best friends. If anyone needs to beg for forgiveness, it's you for moving away and taking the joy from my everyday school life. Best friends? You were a bully. You ruined my life. Ugh, come on, don't be such a drama queen. Haven't you always wanted to be the most popular girl in school? I was just trying to help you. But don't be so hard on me. Those games were really fun. Do you call those inhumane acts, insulting others and making me live in fear every morning, a joke? You started a game where people at school were rewarded for throwing the most food at me, and from then on, every lunchtime was a nightmare. Everyone in school competed to throw whatever they could at me. Even when I hid on the balcony or the restroom, you always found me to continue that cruel game. Yeah, that was so much fun. From then on, I was covered in food every day and smelled. You even told everyone I was a trash can, and since then, my locker was always filled with disgusting garbage, along with curses and wishes for me to die. Never mind, they just said it for fun. The climax was the prom night in our second year of high school. You told me that the theme of the prom was to dress up as an animal. At that time, I was foolish enough to believe your lies and think that you wanted to make up with me. So I accepted your offer to do my makeup and dress up as a chicken. But when I arrived, everyone laughed and pointed at me. You even manipulated people to vote for me as prom queen. And when I was dragged up to accept the award, you poured a bucket of blue paint all over me. Oh yeah, you looked like a Smurf. Oh, I still find it funny to this day. Ah, you have such a good memory. How do you remember everything in such detail? I wish I could forget about it too, but those memories left a big psychological impact on me. Despite attending numerous therapy sessions, I still can't erase those horrible experiences from my mind. Ugh, chill out. Can't you take a joke? Those weren't jokes, Farah. They were acts of pure cruelty and humiliation. I was tormented daily, emotionally and physically scarred by her actions. My self-esteem was shattered and I lived in constant fear and embarrassment. Ugh, lighten up. You were such an easy target. Besides, you should have been grateful for the attention. It's not like you were anyone special before. Grateful? Are you serious? No one deserves to be treated the way you treated me. I was a human being just like you. Those acts of torment weren't funny or playful. They were a violation of my dignity and a betrayal of our supposed friendship. Friendship? Ha! You were always so pathetic and desperate for acceptance. I was just trying to toughen you up, make you stronger. Look at you now. Isn't it thanks to my upbringing that you dare speak up against me instead of crying and resigning yourself all day like before? Toughen me up? No. You were just a bully. You enjoyed having power over me, relishing in my pain and suffering. You had no regard for the consequences of your actions or the emotional scars they left behind. Ugh, stop playing the victim. It's been years and you're still dwelling on the past. Get over it already. Get over it. How can I forget the years of torment, the humiliation, and the constant fear? These experiences have shaped who I am today. But I refuse to let you define me any longer. I'm stronger now and won't allow you to belittle my pain. Whatever. You're just being dramatic. It's not like it affected you that much. Those are just rebellious acts. Almost every teen goes through that phase. I believe that when Violet grows up, she'll do the same thing I did to you. Oh no, she'll definitely turn out to be a failure who needs to be taught a lesson, just like her mother. Perhaps in the near future, I'll have to dedicate myself to taking care and paying attention to Violet. She'll be my favorite student from now on. How can a person like you, with such a biased, immoral, and shameless mindset, become a teacher? I will notify the school immediately so they can remove you from your position and find a more suitable teacher for my daughter's class. I refuse to have my child influenced by someone as inhumane as you. What do you think you can do? Don't you know that the principal of this school is my father? Go ahead and share your opinion. Try everything you can to get me fired. But guess what? My father will make sure to write negative comments on your child's school records, making it difficult for her to find a school anywhere else in the future. I will tell the truth about you to other parents, and I'm certain they will support the change of teachers. Oh, really? But let me tell you something. The process of making complaints and getting things done can take months, even years, for the council to consider your opinion. So what do you think your daughter will go through during that time? Let me enlighten you. Elementary school kids can be even more manipulative than high school kids. You underestimate my determination to protect my child. I will not let your influence continue to poison the school environment. I will gather evidence, reach out to other parents, and together we will fight for a safe and nurturing educational environment for our children. Go ahead and do your worst. But remember, I have my ways of protecting myself and ensuring that my position remains secure. You can't defeat me. We'll see about that, Farah. I won't back down. The truth will prevail, and your reign of cruelty will come to an end. You may have power within the school, but I believe in justice, and will fight for it until the end. So inspirational and touching. We'll see who comes out on top, Ella. Just remember, I always have a trick up my sleeve. Hello, Jellyfish Mom. Today I have an announcement to make regarding your daughter's recent misconduct. As her homeroom teacher, I have taken disciplinary action in response to her poor behavior. And before you jump to conclusions, let me clarify that this has nothing to do with holding a grudge from the past or intentionally causing trouble with your daughter. This is simply a conversation between a teacher and a parent to inform you about incidents of cheating and stealing involving Violet and her classmates. What? What do you mean by poor behavior? Are you saying my daughter cheated on her exam and stole from her classmates? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. During a math test today, I noticed Violet looking at her classmates' papers and even exchanging answers with them. A math test? That can't be right. Violet excels in math. Last year, she even represented the school in an inter-school math competition. How can you be so sure that she hasn't neglected her studies this year? Perhaps she resorted to cheating out of fear of embarrassing her friends. Furthermore, today was Violet's day for classroom duty. When her classmates returned to the class after playing, many of them discovered that their belongings were missing. Crayons, hair bows, game consoles. They were all found in Violet's locker when we conducted a search. How is that possible? Something doesn't add up. I am confident that Violet would never steal from her friends. Someone must have framed her. Accept the truth. You have failed to raise your daughter properly. As an experienced teacher, I can clearly discern if a child is lying or not. Moreover, she has already confessed her mistakes in front of the class. What? Did Violet herself admit to cheating and stealing? Yes, indeed. Although I had to use a professional method as a teacher to get Violet to admit her mistakes. What do you mean by professional method? Well, as an expert in educating children, I know which methods work best. In this case, a light spanking with a ruler was employed. I can assure you that I have used this approach with hundreds of students before. What? Did you physically punish my daughter? How dare you take such action without certainty that she committed those acts? You coerced and assaulted her just to force her into admitting fault? And you still call yourself a teacher? Oh, please, she simply needed to face the consequences of her actions. By the way, I'm disciplining Violet, so she'll be returning home 2 hours later than usual today. I have lesson plans to work on for tomorrow, so I won't be able to continue this conversation with you. No, you're not going anywhere until you clearly explain what punishment you're referring to. What have you done to my daughter? Oh, don't worry, you'll find out soon enough once she arrives home. Today I decided to test out a new punishment method, and your daughter was the first one to experience it. She'll be so grateful to me for a refreshing summer look. What on earth are you talking about? Oh, just relax, it's no big deal. Today was career day at school, and my class happened to open a salon shop. So I made a small adjustment to Violet's hair. Even though she looked pretty with her hair tied on both sides, she looked even prettier with her new hairstyle I created. What? How dare you touch my daughter's beautiful hair? Did you cut off those 2 braids? Oh, you silly person, of course not. I wouldn't be so heartless. Short hair wouldn't suit her face. Instead, I shaved her head in front of the entire class. I simply used her as an example to teach and warn other students never to make the same mistake as your daughter. It's quite an effective method of education. I swear to God, you're going to pay for this. You've gone too far, Farah. I won't let you get away with this. Oh yeah? I'm not too worried. If I didn't go this far, she'd never learn her lesson. Don't you know that when parents coddle their children, they grow up to be losers? I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. You should be thanking me. What kind of teacher? No. What kind of person would do this? You have crossed all boundaries. It's not your place to physically and emotionally harm my daughter. You have abused your authority as a teacher. Oh, please, don't be so dramatic. It was just a harmless punishment. Her hair will grow back soon. Harming my daughter physically and emotionally is not harmless. You have no right to punish and abuse students like that. Even if she had committed a serious offense, you should have contacted me as her parent to discuss it, not subject her to torture like this. Oh, come on, it's my class, my rules, okay? Besides, in addition to correcting your daughter's behavior, I saved you some money on shampoo and water bills. Isn't that great? I can't believe you would stoop so low, Farah. You're supposed to be a teacher, someone who nurtures and guides young minds, not someone who inflicts pain and humiliation on innocent children. How can you live with yourself? Ugh, spare me the melodrama. You act as if I've committed some heinous crime. It was just a little punishment. A teaching moment for your daughter. It was not just a little punishment. You violated my daughter's trust, her sense of security. You took away her dignity and happiness. How could you be so heartless? Heartless? I did what needed to be done to discipline her. She needed to learn a lesson. Besides, it's not like she's the first student I've punished this way. I will report your behavior to the school administration and the appropriate authorities. You will pay for what you've done. Oh, please. Your little crusade won't amount to anything. I've seen parents like you come and go, making empty threats. I've dealt with worse than you. You may have dealt with others, but you've never faced someone like me. I will expose your true nature and ensure you are stripped of your position as a teacher. No child should ever suffer under your twisted idea of education. You're delusional if you think you can bring me down. Your daughter will be the one to pay for your foolish defiance. That doesn't make it right! You have no right to play with my daughter's emotions and physically alter her appearance without consent. Your actions are cruel and unforgivable. Well, maybe you should have taught your daughter better. Maybe if she had behaved, you wouldn't have ended up like this. Once again, I can't believe you would sink so low. How dare you intentionally harm my daughter in such a despicable manner? What the hell are you going on about? It's just my responsibility as a teacher. Oh, so it was your responsibility to fabricate a cheat sheet, then purposefully approach my daughter's desk during the math test, dropping it near her feet and pretending it was innocent? Did that answer magically appear in her pocket too? And let's not forget your responsibility to rummage through other students' belongings, hide their items in my daughter's locker, and play innocent while they search for their possessions. You're truly cunning and conniving. What in the world are you trying to imply? Are you making up stories to protect your daughter and shift the blame onto me? The other students in the class will back me up. Oh, you think so? Well, I happen to have video evidence of your malicious actions towards my daughter. Video? What video are you blabbering about? Maybe Susan forgot to mention that there are security cameras installed in the classroom, ensuring parents have complete oversight of their children's safety and the quality of education. Today, those cameras captured everything. What? Security cameras? How is this possible? Why was I never informed? These cameras were installed due to the alarming rise in school security incidents. To protect their child, parents in our class contributed funds for their installation. We all have access to monitor our children whenever we wish. And guess what? This time it worked flawlessly, safeguarding my daughter's dignity. I couldn't check the footage right away since I was on a plane. By the way, I visited your previous school, the one where you were fired, to uncover the truth. No, it can't be true. God, I despise even uttering your name. Did you know you don't even have an education degree or teaching certification? They informed me that you were terminated because they discovered your secret and your extreme misconduct towards the students. So what? What can you possibly do? Even if you brandish that absurd evidence to intimidate me, I won't be afraid. My father will do whatever it takes to keep this under wraps. I won't bother reporting this to the school administration. But mark my words, I will use this incontrovertible evidence to write a scathing expose about you, shedding light on the rampant child abuse and the dangerous presence of uncertified teachers such as yourself. You think writing for a newspaper will make a difference? Huh, that's a pathetic joke. Do you honestly believe any journalist will pay attention to your fanciful tale? Well, I can't speak for all journalists, but I will. And not just any journalist. I am the chief editor of the New York Times education column. Prepare to face the consequences of your actions. Ugh, please, you're just bluffing. You really think I won't follow through with my words, don't you? You underestimate my determination to protect my daughter and ensure justice is served. I have evidence that will expose your misconduct and abuse of authority. The world will know what kind of teacher you truly are. Evidence or not, no one will care about your little vendetta. You're just a desperate parent trying to make a scene. You may think so, but you're gravely mistaken. I've contacted the local news outlets and they're interested in investigating this matter further. They understand the importance of protecting students from abusive educators like you. Local news? That's all you could manage? They won't have the reach or influence to make a significant impact. That's not all. I may have started with local news, but I won't stop there. I will reach out to national and international media, sharing the evidence of your deplorable actions. I will make sure every parent, every educator, and every responsible citizen knows what you have done. You can try, but I have powerful connections that will protect me. No one can touch me. Connections may shield you temporarily, but they won't save you from the relentless pursuit of truth. The public will demand answers, and those connections will crumble when faced with undeniable evidence. You will be held accountable for your actions. This This can't be happening. You can't ruin my career like this. You ruined your own career with your unethical behavior. I'm merely shining a light on the truth. You have no one to blame but yourself. Please, Ella, I beg you, don't go through with this. I made a terrible mistake and I deeply regret my actions. I never meant to harm your daughter or any other student. I was just frustrated and lost sight of my responsibilities as a teacher. I'm truly sorry for the pain I've caused. Ella, are you listening to me? Ella, come back here! How dare you block me? Ella! The public became aware of Farah's student abuse incident, and the news spread like wildfire. Outraged parents, teachers, and community members demanded justice for the students who had suffered under her care. The evidence, including the surveillance video, was presented in court, leaving no room for doubt about Farah's actions. Farah's trial was swift, and she was found guilty of child abuse and misconduct. The court sentenced her to a significant prison term, ensuring she would be removed from any position of authority over children. Her reputation was shattered, and she lost everything she had worked for. But the repercussions did not end there. The investigation into Farah's actions shed light on deeper issues within her father's school. It was discovered that he had been embezzling funds and covering up incidents of abuse. The authorities launched a thorough investigation, and both Farah's father and the school faced legal consequences. The school's reputation was tarnished, and it underwent major reforms to ensure the safety and well-being of its students. Then, I took immediate action to support my daughter Violet. I sought professional help and took her to a psychiatrist to address any emotional impact from the traumatic experiences. Thankfully, Violet showed resilience and strength, emerging from the ordeal with no lasting psychological harm. During the period when Violet's hair was growing back, I bought her a variety of beautiful wigs, allowing her to express herself and feel confident. The support from me and the love of her family helped Violet regain her self-esteem and move forward. Meanwhile, teacher Susan, who had been on leave, returned to the classroom. Her presence brought a sense of stability and positivity back into Violet's life. With a nurturing and supportive teacher, Violet thrived